we've got a bit of sunshine at last, but still cool in the shade. Anyway, hopefully this is the start of our spring. Having a look at the beds and all how the sun's out. The amount of rain we had, it's still too wet to do any work on, so hopefully if we keep this weather for another 2 or 3 days, bit of wind, it'll soon dry it off and we can get it sorted. I haven't even fully planned out the rotation of the beds yet, what I'm doing, so I'll probably be doing that quite soon. Anyway, while we was out and about yesterday, we called into one of the local garden centres and I spotted this, and it's a pack of 12 different variety lettuce, and I think it is £2.50, which for the price, he couldn't resist it. As you saw in my last video, I've only just sown my lettuce, so the plan is, in the meantime, what I'm going to do is pop these into this pot here, and we'll use it, keep these near the kitchen door and use it as a cut and come again while the others are maturing, and I'm sure we'll get a decent crop out of that. The soil in here is just old compost from the potato buckets from last year, and I'd left them in there, so I'll try and get the 12 in, and I think we'll get a decent crop off these. They say for the money, you can't go wrong. There, that don't look too bad, does it? I'm sure that'll fill out in a few days and we'll be picking before we know it. I'm about to start my first sowing a sweet candle, and the sweet candle first lot always go in this small tub. I've got 6 big tubs around there, I'll probably fill later on at stages. But I could put this in the greenhouse, put a bit of glass over it, and it gives it the first little boost. I've got some more early nantes too and all, which I'll be sprinkling in just a little tub or something just to get some little early tiny carrots. But these will be the first of the big stump carrots will be growing. This compost here is the same compost as I used last year, to be honest. Well, I've done, I've fluffed it up. All I'll be doing now is I'll bore these holes in using this dibber. It's ideal shape for the carrot to grow, and I'll do it down to that colour. And then I fill the holes with F2S, and I'll mix a bit of charge with it, and that's all I put in, and then I'll go like that. I'm not sure how well the camera will pick this up because there's quite a bit of harsh sunlight coming at us, but I've got 15 holes in there. As I say, I'll be filling that with charge mixed with F2S. So this is the mix. As you can see, it's really fine. It's just F2S. I've added some vermiculite to open the soil up even more, although it really doesn't need it. And also I've added some charge as a bit of food. You don't need too rich because I believe, just like eating stones, the carrots, if the soil, like parsnips as well, if the soil's too rich it causes them to fork, so this should see them out until we're ready to pick them. So all that's left to do now is to top the holes up with the mix. I use this pop bottle with the top cut off as a little funnel and just use the compost in like that. Directs it in quite easily. If you get a tap, it does go down. And there's filled up. In fact, if you haven't seen Clarice's French garden already, pop over there, because she uses the bottom of a bottle together with the other half, and you use it as a self-watering system. It's a really good method. Depending how moist the compost is, sometimes I use a little stick in the bottle just to poke it down, but it guides it down nicely, and before you know it, the valve's full. To finish it off, what I do is use the bottom end of the dibber handle just to firm the soil a little bit, and then I'll plant directly into the holes. Using my faithful sowing aid, I put between 3 and 4 seeds per station, and then I'll just cut off the weakest ones. That's another job done. I just covered the tops now with a little dust in the compost and gently water them in. The hardest part is finding some space in the greenhouse now to put the tank. But when I do find an area, I'll be popping a bit of glass over just to put a bit of warmth in the soil to get them going. It's amazing what space you can find when you have to. I've managed to get them here into the greenhouse, popped a bit of glass over, and I've just put a couple of little split canes underneath just to get some bit of airflow, because I don't really want to cook them. But it is getting like a game of Tetris every time I bring a plant in here now, I'm having to shove stuff around to fit it in. Well, the weather is really beautiful, the sun's blazing away, the birds are singing, what more could we ask for? I'm going to have myself 10 or 15 minutes on the bench. I'm going to get myself a bit of paper and work out my planting plan. Well, I've finished it, I'll just run it through you. I've got my beds laid on the grid system where you can see the got A, B, C going up the left and 0 to 5 along the bottom, so you can easily reference 2B which bed it is. So going up for the top one there, this is this end here, those there are my carrot tanks, and moving across there's going to be my salad beds into there, which is going to have the lettuce, beetroot and the spring onions and what have you. This bed in front of me now, which looks a bit of a mess, needs cleaning out, but whatever. I'm going to have the Swedes and parsnips in this bed where we are now. The next beds, I'm going to do a little horseshoe shape around the edges and the back with the crimson crushed tomatoes. There's going to be 10 plants in there. These are going to be the main crop of tomatoes, so I will have 1 or maybe 2 small ones in the greenhouse, but this is the main crop, so if these fails I've blown it. And in the middle of the horseshoe of the tomatoes, hopefully I'm going to have some cosmos and dahlias again, like I did on the other border. I'm bringing up the far bed at the end. I'm going to have a couple of rows of celery in the end, and then I'm going to have the block of sweet corn 6 by 6, so 36 plants hopefully. Moving on to the next block, just excuse the train going past. This is going to be the brassica bed. That's going to be the middle bed there, and we've got cabbage. We're going to have 8 rows of cabbage. The next one we're going to have cauliflower, 8 cauliflower, and then the end we're going to have calabrese. I did say 8 rows, it's actually 2 rows of 4 per plant. But along the back on each row we're going to have 2 rows with 3 plants in each. Those are going to be the sprouts. I've put them along there so they don't actually block the light off the crops in front. So that's a total of 18 plants there of the sprouts. Moving along the next bed, this is going to be the allium bed. In the first bed we're going to have the shallots, leeks and the garlic. And the next bed, the first part of the bed, I'm just going to put out the red onion, sets the red rays, then we're going to go in there. Then behind it then I'll start planting out the main onion, the seed onions, which we've grown from seed. And the bed on the end, that'll be completely full of the seed onions. Bringing up the next bed there is going to be the potato bed. These are going to be the shallot, there's going to be 4 rows of 8 tubers there. In the next 2 beds, these are going to be the sarpalmia, the main crop, and they're going to have 4 rows of 6 tubers each. Bringing on the end bed there, this is normally where I grow my broad beans, but I'm not growing any this year, so this area there I'm going to put my the tubs I've already got in the greenhouse for the potatoes. There's 8 tubs where I've got the swift potatoes going in the first early, so I'll be moving those outside and they'll be going there. And back up there is my permanent, the bean trench. And on the right hand side, the back row will be the main run of beans, the Benchmasters, and on the front row will be the French climbing beans. I'll be growing a mixture of probably 8 plants each of Cobra, and the other one will be the Blue Lake. So that's my planting plan for, that's a good conundrum in a tongue twister, planting plan for 2018. Just had a nice little bonus while I've started clearing out the carrot boxes ready, preparation for sowing a bit later on. Pulled out these spring onions. These have been in since, it's got to be late August, September last year. And they've done all winter, no protection, all that snow, we've had everything. Nice bunch. Sunshine for 2 days on the run, can you believe it? It's just been on the news that we're reaching higher temperatures than our friends across the channel in the Mediterranean. So enjoy it when you can, because tomorrow we've got rain coming in. Anyway, back to this here, the lettuce bowl you saw me plant up yesterday, it may have been. A little tip I do is just use a jar of petroleum jelly, Vaseline or whatever brand you use. I'll just get a little bit of rag, in this case kitchen roll, give it a smear around the top of the pot, and that discourages snails from climbing in and chomping away at your lettuce. It was while I was doing my new bed scheme and also doing the plan of attack to sort it out that I realised I'd still got a full bed of sarpalmia left to dig out. So while the sun's been with us, I've took advantage and had to go at getting them out. I've took the opportunity to wear my belt just to give me back a bit of protection. I'll just show you what I've got. This is the reward from the bed so far. It's difficult to show you the quality of the potatoes because the soil's really claggy and them wet, so they need drying out, but there's no scab on them whatsoever. The main thing for me is some of the potatoes have been huge, and if you look at the size of them, then there must be a few pound each. And because the greenhouse is full of seedlings now, it's hard to dry out. What I think I might do is put them on, I've got some bread trays, I might try drying them on them and see how we go with that. I'll let you see what they're like when they've dried out anyway. I'm inside my bean trench and I'm just putting these potatoes in. These are bread trays. Got good ventilation, but there's a through flow of air through the sides. What I'll do, I'll put a piece of glass on the top, and hopefully that'll keep the majority of the rain off. They've dried out quite a lot in that bit of sunshine we've just had, but the sun's gone in now and I've just put a top on because it's going to be chilly. These bread trays, well worth having if you can get hold of any. Ideal for storing like this, but if you tip them over, and good also for drying your onions out as well. At the end of the day, I'm happy with that. That's not a bad haul out of that last bed. So considering this is 11 months old, been in the ground, something to be considered. Well, that's them nicely tucked in. The glass is just fitted just right. It has a bit of overlap each end, and you can see from the sides all open, so we've got airflow in there, and both the ends. I'll just take you around the side. There we go. What I've done on this side, I've got a bit of old window board I've got lying around, and I've just popped that up the sides vertically, because this is predominantly the prevailing winds come from this side, and if we do get any rain, so we've got rain forecast the next couple of days, it will come in there and probably wet them, so that'll give them a bit more protection. Just pop you down underneath, and then you can see. So hopefully within the probably next week at least, they'll be dry and we can have a look, see what they really look like. It's amazing what difference that few hours of sunshine have made. It's been really enjoyable out on the plot, and we've managed to get quite a lot done. I'm glad I cleared the potato bed and also got them in the trays to dry, so hopefully next few days we should see them drying out good. It's starting to cloud over now, so I think we're going to have a drop of rain soon. It is forecast for the next few days. The next job for me will be definitely to get onto the strawberry bed, because I've been putting that off and off for one reason or another. Anyway, that's going to be the next episode definitely. So until then, I'll see you then, and bye for now.